Hello, this is Emelia ADJEI. I'm the author of Accelerate to Glory, and I'm on Jerry Royce Live.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, Jerry Royce, and welcome to Positive Power 21 Network, where you get your positive on. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Positive Power 21.org, Internet Radio.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and welcome to Jerry Royce Live on Positive Power 21.org. I am the voice of Jerry Royce, and when it's all positive, it's all power. That's Positive Power 21. And today's sponsors are, we got an event coming up in Baltimore City. Now, I don't have the exact venue yet, but we will have her on the show on Friday. Queens Productions is producing a play in Baltimore, Maryland on Saturday, July 19th called Taking It Back, written by Zenobia Sampson. General admission is $15, but you can find out more information from Zenobia Sampson on Facebook.com. Okay? And I think she actually has a payment system set up for you, too, so if you want to get your ticket now. Also, we want to say hello to Pamela Samuel Young, the author of Anybody's Daughter. And she's also the author of Kinky Corley, a natural hair resource guide. The attorney, author, and natural hair enthusiast, Pamela shares the natural hair care practices, products, and online services that took her from hair disaster to natural hair heaven. Purchase both books on her official website at www.pamelasamuel.com. You can Google her, and she has a lot of videos up about it too, which is really neat because she gave me some good ideas too, and actually she gave me a product that I just love. I mean, it took that long to find a product that can really make your hair really nice and coily, and that's exactly what it does to make your hair like a coil. So check it out for you natural hair people. Also, we'd like to say thank you to Katira Young. She's author and publisher of Purple Diamond Publishing. She has a book out called Chalisa, The Contract Killers. And she has a series of those books named after, I guess, each of the contract killers. Nakia Robinson, book titled Love Will Never Do. I meant to get a blurb from that book for you guys, too. I heard it's a pretty good book. And author and motivational speaker, Bunny DeBarge. She's back on the scene. And she will be releasing 2 books during the fall of 2014, the Kept Ones, Volume 1 and 2. And this is a definitive story of the DeBarge family captured in 2 volumes, from their spectacular rise to the top of R&B music royalty, their fall from grace to their re-emerging careers. And they have a lot of material out there on YouTube also, so check it out. All right? And our good friend from PurpleRoseHolisticHealth.com, they will personalize a program that will radically improve your health and happiness. And she's an example of how you can lose weight just through dieting. Not a whole lot of exercising, but through dieting. So check out Valerie Moore for a free consultation. Okay? And again, the website is PurpleRoseHolisticHealth.com. And she's a wonderful coach, too. I mean, I'm always using her all the time. Believe me. You need somebody like that. Also, don't forget about the Chronicles of David Hanger. All available on Amazon. Good nighttime reading. Okay, and that's a erotica book. It's a series of David Hanger, so check her out. And that'd be Firemouth, and that's on Facebook. All right, everybody. Oh, I forgot my other sponsor. Can't forget about our good friend, one of my wife's best friends, Lori Williams, the beautiful songbird out of Washington, D.C., still selling CDs. They're on sale. Well, you can get them at positivepower21.org, or you can Google Lori Williams, the jazz vocalist, on Amazon, or visit her website. Well, I forgot what her website. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll get that for you next time. All right. Are we ready to get started with our special guest? I met this special person at a business expo. It was a couple weeks ago in Columbia, Maryland. Outside of Baltimore. We had a wonderful time. I actually had did a podcast live right there on the spot. where everybody was vendoring and having a good time, meeting one another and trying out little girly things like makeup and getting back massages and things like that. But I had an opportunity to meet several authors, and Emelia Adjei was one of them. Let me read you her bio. All right, and we're going to have her come on and talk about her book. Emelia is a Christian mompreneur, self-development coach, motivational speaker, author, and philanthropist. Oh, man, I should have read that first. Emelia is from Ghana, West Africa. She migrated to the United States with hopes and dreams of a better life. Leaving her motherland was an escape from the physical, emotional, and verbal abuse she endured in her home with no love. Her new life in a foreign country was very bumpy with lots of challenges, but she learned how to survive and be independent through hard work, perseverance, and determination. She has a master's degree in business administration and global management. She worked for major corporations with Fortune 500 companies, gaining extensive and innovative business skills. Despite the many setbacks in her life, her faith in God helped her to regain her skill and hope by pushing forward and staying optimistic. Emelia loves to mentor, coach, motivate people to achieve their dreams, to reach their fullest potential. By drawing from her personal and professional experiences, she implemented practical principles, strategies to help people break through barriers that stop them from feeling free to make their dreams come true. She can help you too. She's a go-getter. She is authentic and go right down to earth. She's a down-to-earth person. She's compassionate, has a big heart of giving and sharing. She volunteers her time and services, shelter, homes, churches, nonprofit organizations. She's constantly reinventing herself and getting new goals. She's thankful and humbled by the opportunities that blessing God has given her. Her goal is to inspire, inform, transform, and make a difference. Her hobbies are reading, organizing, and enjoying the outdoors. She lives in Virginia with her husband and daughter. Emelia is excited and optimistic about the future, and so should you. What counts in life is not mere fact that we have lived. It's what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. And that's from the Honorable Nelson Mandela. All right, Emelia, welcome to Positive Power with Jerry Royce Live. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I am excited, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on the radio.
Oh, yeah. You're on podcast. We're one of 73 million podcasters. Then it's me. All right. So welcome. Well, we're so happy. It was a pleasure meeting you at the Success Revolution Business Expo. I was so glad to be there, and you did a fantastic job, doing an on-the-spot interview, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. So we got you on the show now. I got a big smile on my face because I know what you bring to the table. When you're talking about helping people, that was a fantastic bio. And it's funny because I read the piece about your book, and I said, I'll let her come on and tell us her fantastic journey. So naturally, I didn't get to read that in that small type. Right off of Amazon. So everybody just keep in mind, you can get her book, what we're going to talk about probably in the top of the hour, Accelerate the Glory, in a minute. But right now, Emelia, we want you to tell us something that's not in your bio for your listeners. Okay? All yours.
All right. So definitely, I'm a very low-key and reserved person. Usually when people see me, they think I'm the party, the outgoing type, but I'm pretty much a homebody. I can choose to stay home the whole day, if possible, in my pajamas, just take it easy. And also, I love the outdoors, like being at the park, the little simple things in life. I really love it, just to be at the park, just to sit, enjoy nature, dream. So those things really mean a lot to me. So people don't really usually see me in that light, but I'm a very low-key and very reserved person.
Good. So you laid back. But when people see you, you look so flamboyant. I mean, when I saw you, you had the hair done to the max, you had the business outfit on, you had the makeup on perfect, and you had your game face on too. Like whatever shows up, that's what it is. And
I know, but you know what? You have to have the game face on, but trust me, on regular days, I feel lazy making up. I feel lazy dressing up. So that is kind of interesting when I tell people and then when they see my pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah. Look like you love taking photos. And you're very photogenic too, so I can understand. If camera loves you, it loves you, right?
Thank you.
All right. Now you have a very interesting journey. Now, when did you first come, to the United States? Now, was Virginia your first stop?
No, I came to the United States in 1997. I was 23 years old. Definitely, I was dreaming of coming to America. When you're in Africa, you see on TV, on CNN, all the great things about Hollywood, the lifestyle, the bling-bling. So it kind of makes you think that America is like heaven and everything is so easy. So definitely it was a dream come true when I came here. I came to New York City. So that was the first state that I came in. I lived there for almost about 3 years. Then I moved to Massachusetts. So I came here pretty young, 23 years old, not knowing much about life. I had never worked in my life before when I was in Africa. I lived with my parents. So when I came here, I really had to grow up overnight. I really had to grow up.
Oh, so did you come alone?
Yeah, definitely. I came alone, but I had an aunt in New York, so I came to live with her for a short time. Yes, I came alone.
Oh, that was great. You had relatives. Most of the time I think now, did you communicate with her back and forth and say, hey, you were setting a time when you were going to break loose? I mean, was the parents excited about it, or they were like, nah, you growing up now, you make your own decisions. So what was the process, going on that made you decide, when you were going to do it?
I mean, kind of leaving Ghana to the United States?
Yes.
Oh, so definitely the intention was for me to attend school here. So that was the main intention, for me to come to college here in the United States. So once I got the admission, that was when I came over. But definitely, I realized it wasn't easy in terms of, tuition and all the money involved. So I couldn't even start school till after 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So I had to, yes. So definitely it was a step back, but definitely it really enabled me to grow up, to be independent, to be forceful. I had to work for almost like 2 years to save money to start my associate's degree.
Oh, wow. Yeah, now I do have some friends that are from Africa, and a lot of them, they went to the UK for their college education, and most of them went there for high school, and they stayed there for college, and then they came to the United States. Why you didn't go to the UK versus the United States for college?
I didn't have anybody in the UK. And I think in UK it's a little bit easier in terms of education and school fees and benefits. But I didn't have anybody in UK. As I said, I had an aunt in New York, so it was very easy. I mean, when I applied for this college here and I got it, so she was like my point of contact. She was the person that I knew that when I come here I could stay with, even though eventually it didn't really work out. So that was why I came to the United States.
Okay. Good. All right, so it took you 3-4 years before you got in school. So did you go to school in New York, or you went to Massachusetts for college?
I went to Massachusetts. So as I said, when I came, the intention was to go to school. It didn't really happen because definitely I realized it's a lot of money. My parents couldn't afford it. Nobody could help me out. So I really had to put that on hold. So I worked as a nanny for almost like 2 years. And definitely I loved that job. Why? Because I felt that job gave me my foundation. Because I said, being here in a new country, new culture, I didn't know my way around. So definitely babysitting for 2 years made me grounded. I was able to save money. So I did that Mondays through Fridays. And on weekends, I did cleaning for a couple. So on Mondays to Friday, I did babysitting in New Jersey. I used to travel from New York to New Jersey. I lived there Monday to Friday, babysitting for a great family. I loved them so much. They were so wonderful to me. Wow. So I did that Monday through Friday. Then on weekends, when I came back home to New York, I did clean on Saturday for another family. So definitely I saved money, and that's how I was able to start and pay for my tuition for my associate's degree.
Yeah. Wow. So you were a nanny then. You weren't like a
Yes,
baby, so you were like a nanny. Oh.
yes, yes.
Wow. Good. 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 Now we hear about those nannies. Now, do they have to go through like an agency to find you, or somebody recommended you? That you put
Oh,
it out
so
there?
definitely I went to an agency. So an agency got me the job. But definitely it is still a risk on the family because they are bringing someone in that they don't really even though they believe you're a good person, it's still a risk to the family. But I thank God that this family was very great. They loved me, and it was wonderful working for them and taking care of their son. And I loved the job. Definitely it was difficult really finding being more or less an immigrant. It was difficult finding a job straight away in corporate America. So definitely this was a great starter. This helped me definitely to save money to pursue my dream of going to college.
That's right. Wow. And people always take education for granted in this country. Especially when you see the young people. You go to some of these high schools and you see the kids hang out. You go to a high school, you can't tell if it's did the bell just ring? Because there's a lot of people in the hallway, or they supposed to be in class. There's more people in the hallway than the classroom. And I mentor to a high school in the Baltimore County area, and this school is pretty much under control. The principals and his administrator, a lot of those guys were athletes, even the female staff, so they know how to deal with people and how to talk to the kids and reason with them. So they do have a bit of control there. But I've been to some schools where it's like, wow, they're not taking this free education seriously, And it seemed like just working at the high school, the athletes took it more seriously, I found. And then it was a lot of females who were being mentored through college students. So they kind of took it seriously because they kind of knew what to expect because of what the mentoring kind of helped them. So you had that thirst and hunger for education. The cost was holding you back, and yet you have these people who are walking in this country, not taking advantage of these opportunities. What do you say to people like that when you meet them? I know you're mentoring probably because you're a coach. How can I say it? You came here from a strange, a different land, here in the United States, seeing these opportunities. What are you thinking about Americans when you see people not taking advantage of opportunities?
I think just like anything else in life, once you have it, you take it for granted. If you haven't really worked, or if you haven't really worked for something, you don't really see the value. So I think for most people, they are here, they have the free education, the financial aid, and all these assistance, and it's kind of it comes easy. But when you are coming from another country and you don't have all these benefits, and you still want the education, and then you are willing to do whatever it takes, as I said, nanny and cleaning on Saturdays just to save money. I did that for 2 years just to save money to put myself through school. So I would tell people that America is a land of opportunities. There's so much in here that most countries in third world countries, we don't have those benefits or those resources. So definitely anyone should take everything seriously, and because there's so much opportunities here in this country.
Sure
if only you are willing to work hard for it.
That's right. You gotta work hard and have that determination. Now you're call yourself a mompreneur. So where did mompreneur come from?
So definitely, basically, it's a new slang right now. Basically, it's a mother who is also an entrepreneur. So so I'm a mom. I have my daughter is 8 years old. So definitely juggling that with a career and with my other network business that I have as well. So basically juggling motherhood and being a businesswoman. That's
right. And you're a motivational speaker, self-development coach. And tell us a little bit about being a self-development coach.
So I've always mentored and coached friends and family members over the years. It comes natural based on my experiences in life and what I've done and what I've failed and what I've succeeded. And I realized that in those years, the advice, the mentoring that I gave to friends and family really, really helped them. It really helped them to really evaluate themselves, their life, and their goals. So I wanted to learn more of the technical part of it. So I went to school and got my certification in that area. And I chose self-development because everything begins with ourselves. Because once you improve on yourself, then you can be more, do more, and have more. And I am a lifelong learner. I am my number one competitor. I'm my own critic, and I always want to be best. I always want to get better. So definitely I'm always looking for ways to improve myself, either mentally, physically, or even with my looks. I tell people that I'm always changing my hair look. You see me today, the next week I'm going to have a whole new hair look. So
you can do that.
Sometimes I can't even recognize myself in my own picture because I'm always looking different. So I'm all about self-development, but especially on the mental level, learning more because we never stop learning. So learning more and webinars, training, attending seminars, conferences, and reading. So I'm very, very big on that. And I do invest a lot of money in that area as well for myself.
Oh, good, yeah. So you have a master's degree in business administration. So
right.
How has that helped you? That degree helped you in, for your business?
So definitely when I got my master's degree, it helped me attain great jobs in corporate America. I've worked with Fortune 500 companies. And definitely having the education and the degree it gives you the ticket, to get into most of these major corporations and stuff. So I did that, and as I said, I worked with great companies. I enjoy what I enjoyed as a contract administrator. I did enjoy my role, but I realized that I felt a little bit empty. I realized that I wasn't really working in the area of my purpose and my dreams, which is more of the inspiration, the mentoring, and the coaching. So definitely part of me felt very empty in that I wasn't doing the other side, the other part of what I really enjoy doing. So that's when I branched out, especially this year, to pursue in the area of the mentoring, the coaching, and the speaking, and also with the book.
Good. Congratulations to you. That's a big step.
Thank you.
Big step. All right. Now, what was so interesting what you said earlier, and I know my listening audience was going like, oh, he didn't get into that. When you talked about watching TV when you lived over in Ghana, you said the big lights, the CNN was showing the movie stars. Okay, so now you're heading over here. So are you flying or are you on a ship heading to New York? And you get off the plane or the boat. What's your first impression of it?
No, I flew over here.
So when you got off what'd you say, you flew in? Or,
yes, on a plane, yeah. Okay. Right.
All right, so when you came into the airport, of course the airport is not all that impressive. Only a few cities have very impressive airports. So
no, but it was impressive. JFK is huge. JFK, that's in New York, is huge. So that alone was impressive.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you was impressed by the side. Okay, good. And then you see people moving around. You're looking around. You see Americans and Europeans, everything. So what are you thinking now? Your feet are planted on the ground. What are you thinking? What are you saying to yourself?
I was so ready to go for shopping, to go shopping for clothes. Because that was like number one. I was like, I cannot wait to get myself some lycra tops, some jeans. So I was so ready to really go shopping, to change my whole wardrobe. So that was my number one, dream.
You wanted some American clothes, so you wanted to go Americanize. Or you wanted that Ralph Lauren and all those
definitely
Calvin Klein. Oh my God.
My bandana, during that time, like 1997, bandana was really in. So you have your bandana scarf, you wear your lycra top, you wear your jeans. So I was really ready to get my swag on.
Well, you would have had a ball if you lived here. I say that the end of the 70s, 77, 78, designer jeans were everything. People was buying every design. I think we had like 20, 25 pair of jeans, different shades of blue.
Right.
Some of them would fit tight, some were baggy, some were boot cut, some were straight legs. Levi's were hot, Calvin, Vanderbilt, you name it. Jeans was everything. People worked just to buy designer jeans.
Right.
So that was a good time back then, seeing what people. And then some of the girls had the nice shapes; they looked really, really good in them. And man, it was fun. It was a good time looking at women back then. So anyway,
right.
All right. So you're looking around and you got all the channels on TV. You're seeing everything. So is it a lot to consume when you first get here? In America, the cars and everything, the tall buildings. Everything.
Yeah, definitely. After the next couple of weeks, I felt lonely because I realized how everybody was enclosed in their homes, in their apartments. Because growing up in Africa, Ghana, it was more open. You can easily walk to your neighbor's house and go into their fridge or ask for something. And then, like the children play more outdoors. You are not worried of someone really coming to kidnap your daughter or your child. So it was growing up in Ghana was more of free living. Every people talk to each other. Talking to strangers helping you, going to your next door neighbor's house anytime without without even calling to make an appointment. So when I came here, I realized it was very different. That you cannot just walk into people's houses. You cannot just talk to anyone on the street. So I felt a bit lonely like the first month. I was like, wow, this is kind of like boring. This is pretty much boring. And the lifestyle is very busy. The lifestyle is very hectic here. Definitely everybody rushing for work, So it was very hectic. So I felt a bit lonely the first month.
Yeah, that's interesting. And it depends on where you are. Because New York, because my grandmother and my aunt live in Harlem, and, Manhattan, that's the place everybody goes. People are minding their business just going from A, B to Z. Make their money, take it home, watch TV. It's like
and then you're right, even in New York, like where I live with my aunt was a suburb, right? So it was more quiet. It was a suburb, very quiet. But I'm sure if you're living like in the Bronx, definitely there are a lot of people on the streets. There are a lot of places to walk around. But if you're living in the suburb, it's very quiet, and everybody is, in their own space. Yeah,
because my grandmother was in Long Island. In Long Island, she was like in Wheatley Heights, I think, and that area. There was a lot of Africans lived in her neighborhood, like West Africans, and it stayed. They were, and her community was pretty closely knit. 'Cause they were all relatives, so we had somebody to play with when we went out to Long Island to visit her. So we had a good time out there. Like you said, the kids out playing. But nowadays time has changed a lot. Because I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. And the neighbors were neighbors. A lot of the women didn't work, so they were home. They sat outside the back, watch us play. Moms, they were home to make your lunch. They were able to take you to the park, do those kind of things until your pop come home, And now, because everybody is working, it's like somebody, you don't know what's in your community because nobody's watching nothing. Cause people putting their grandmothers in assisted living and nursing homes now. And they don't take care of the older folks like they used to. They put them somewhere, So I think that changed a lot too. You don't have that grandma and that grandpa sitting out watching the neighborhood for you while your kids play. Those times are gone now. But in some communities it could still be happening. Like in the Midwest, places like that where it's a little bit the crime is not like it is in the big cities. So, we do miss that. All right, Emelia, we're up at the top of the hour. It's time to talk about your book. Your book. The book. Accelerate to Glory. Woo, you put a big A word on there. Big A word. Success. So you have, so the subtopic title is A to Z, Principles to Success in Life and Business. So you know a lot about life because you come from another country. You came here to, big lights and everything and, the American dream. And you have an educational degree in business. You know a lot about that. Tell us about this book. Why should we buy it?
Yeah. Okay, so my book, I call it my second baby, because I felt like I was impregnated with it for like almost like a whole year, and it was released in April this year, 2014. So the title, Accelerate to Glory, I like to give a bit of a definition to the title. Accelerate means to cause faster development, increase the speed of velocity, or to progress or develop faster. And glory is something conferring honor. It's a state of great gratification. It's majestic beauty and splendor. So definitely the title alone, it's very glorifying. It shows moving forward and living a height of achievement, enjoyment, and prosperity. And the subtitle, A to Z, Principles to Success in Life and in Business. So it's A to Z because the principles I share in the book runs with the letters A to Z. So for each letter, I have 2 principles. So for the letter A, I have action and attitude. For the letter B, I have balance and bold. So it runs through the letter Z, which I have zeal and zest. So this makes it very easy to remember on a daily basis. I still remind myself some of these principles because some days, I'm not really getting it all together. And I tell myself, Emilia, you have to persist, which is P, persistence. And sometimes I'm like, Emilia, you have to keep the faith alive, which is F. So definitely it makes it very easy because at times you read a book and you can't you can't really remember the chapters, but when the title when the title of the chapter stick in your mind, it makes it very easy for you to remember the content. So that is one thing I like about this book, which makes it very, very unique, is the layout and the structure of the principles of the words, starting with the letters A to Z.
All right.
So it is a self-development book. As I said, it offers a lifetime worth of 52 principles because each letter has 2 words. So there are 26 alphabets, and there are 2 words to each of the alphabets. It makes it 52 principles, which is pretty much you have like 1 principle for each week of the year. And definitely your life will be transformed. It will help you to make your dreams and goals a reality. It will create, the principles will create an attitude and mindset shift. It will definitely let anyone excel and you stand out among your competitors. So definitely it's a great book. I love it. I still read it myself or reread it myself, and I still implement those principles on a daily basis.
That's right, because your book offers a lifetime worth of principles and practical tools that will reignite your passion to pursue your goals and purpose in life. Wow. Now, Emilia, sometimes people, say they have the job they like, but they don't have the boss they like. What would you say as a life coach to someone like that? I mean, every day they're getting up, dreading to go to work. They think of a million reasons why not to go, but they do love the job. So if they were able to keep the job at home and telework, it wouldn't be a bad job until that phone call comes, the micromanager. Tell us a little bit how will you handle, how would your book help a person in that situation?
So definitely we've all been I have been in such a situation like that. You love the job, but you can't stand the boss. So definitely in this scenario, it's going to be an attitude shift. So you have to change your attitude and say to yourself that, you know what, I am going to have a great day. I am going to make myself happy on the job regardless of this mean boss. Because once you have your attitude in check mentally, internally, any external negativity will not really be able to take over you. So that's why the second principle in my book is attitude. Attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. And so I think that is what helped me when I was in such a similar situation where where I didn't really like my boss, or my boss wasn't that good. I had to work on my attitude, on my mindset, and that helped me to be happy, and to do a great job.
All right, good. Now, what happens when a person they do dream big, they have set goals, but they kind of forget about it? It's, something happens, life-changing situation. It just fades away, like you said in your paragraph. Do your dreams and goals seem to be fading away? What do you say to a person? I mean, how would your book help that person reinvent themselves?
I went through that phase for almost like 5 years. When I came to the United States, I was so passionate about. I was a go-getter. I was driven. I was fearless. I loved reading, and as you said, we all get hit by life challenges. Things happen, and I went through a period of about 4 years, 5 years in depression. I thought life was not worth living. At one point, I was even suicidal because I felt that was the only way. I mean, I just felt like life was not worth living. I was so miserable, so sad, based on so many things, health conditions and other challenges I was facing through at the time. So I was, even though I was living, I was dead. I was not setting any goals. I had no dreams. I had no passion. And I was just like waking up every day, dressing up, going to work, coming back. That was it. So but you know what? The dream never dies. It's always inside. It is always, always inside, and God has a way of bringing it out again through people, So it can always come back to life. And so we have to be very attentive, and we shouldn't give up on ourselves, no matter how bad life is. There's greatness in us. We have so much to offer. I never, 2 years ago or even last year, if someone had told me that I'm going to have a book out, that I'll be talking to people about my book, I would have said that is a big lie. I never thought that happening even 2 years ago, even last year. But here we are in 2014 that I've been able to author this book, and I'm talking about it. It brought me so much great opportunities. So definitely don't give up on yourselves. I know it's tough, it's challenging. Sometimes we also like giving up or quitting. But always reflect on your life and think about what brings you joy, what brings you passion, what brings that smile on your face. And then it will connect you to your purpose. It will connect you to your goals. And that was how I went back to my love of writing, of reading, and of self-development.
Good, excellent. Now you have some reviews out here on Amazon, and I appreciate you sharing that with us because that was very powerful. Now right here you have a review, 5 stars, a great work indeed, A to Z life-changing principles, very motivating, very inspiring, and must read. I love it. Go for it. And that was from a gentleman wrote that. So it's not just for women. So your book doesn't have no race on it, no sex on it, no nothing, no age. Anybody can pick it up and they can get empowered, right?
Definitely. And it is timeless because the principles I share in the book, such as action, balance, bold, faith, focus, these principles 20 years from now, 100 years from now, these principles doesn't change. In anyone's path to success, it doesn't change, and that is what makes it very unique and beautiful. I know that we all invest into gadgets and phones, and each 2 years, there's a new version of an iPhone coming out, and we always investing. But I think buying a book is one of the is the greatest investment you can give to yourself. And especially with my book, Accelerate to Glory, anyone can read it. It doesn't matter your religion, your background, because these are principles that 100 years from now, it still applies in our daily life.
All right. Now, Lily, in her review, she says, Accelerate the Glory is a great book. It's just what I needed for a fresh start in my professional life. It was written with clarity and simplicity and designed to empower the reader. I am motivated to keep pushing forward. Grab your copy and don't forget to grab a copy for a friend or a loved one. Dynamic. Angel said dynamic. Not just because I participated in the production of this book, but because it's just that life-changing. This book is a must for every home library. If an individual cannot accelerate their growth personally or professionally from reading this book, then I have to declare them no hope. The book rescues on every level and has a golden nugget for every aspect of your life. Get your copy today. And that's from Angel B. Now, who's Angel? Angel from Greensboro, North Carolina. So she was part of the production of the book, huh?
She helped me with the editing of the book. She's a great lady. I love her. She's also an author, and she's a coach, definitely helping people in writing and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then also talking about the reviews, this is what brings me joy and gratification, because as an author, you are writing, and even though you believe in what you are writing, at times you really doubt, like, that there's so many books out there. Why is my book special? So when you get feedback, and I've received a lot of feedback from people who don't even know me on Facebook, this is very humbling and very gratifying, and this is what brings me joy. This is what fulfills me on a daily basis to continue with what I'm doing, because there are people out there, and it's amazing that at times I even get surprised the emails I get, how people have given up on life, on themselves, and something I'm doing, or even just see what I'm doing on Facebook and have inspired them. It really surprises me. It really surprises me, and I'm thankful. And that's why I know that we are all going through something. We're all going through some challenges, and even at times you might not even know what someone is going through. There are a lot of people out there who have given up on their dream and on life in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is true, and that's why God put this these type of your type. He put a lot of people like you out there to do this. And you have to live it to understand what people are going through. I'm almost certain that God knew what He was doing with you when He designed you, and you're here for a reason. Your purpose, and you found it. And I think that's what's missing in a lot of people. They haven't found their purpose, and that's why they feel doomed. Now we have a few minutes left. And I want to say thank you so much. And these people that wrote in, I think I did hear from Angel today. I think she actually inboxed us. And when you said something about her, it started clicking. And then I saw her last name on here. Now, I'm sure He's bringing so many fantastic people to your life, and you're making a difference to them. Before you go, what would you like to say to the people who have purchased your book, the people who are going to purchase your book, and the people who are going to find you on Facebook after they hear this interview? Tell us, what would you like to share with them?
So definitely I'm thankful to all my friends and family, all my new friends on Facebook. People have encouraged me. Their words mean a lot to me, and all the support and love. And definitely I encourage everyone. The book is available on my website. My website is www.emelia.co. Again, my website is www.emelia.co. We can stay connected on there through Facebook and social and Twitter. Definitely, I would love to stay connected with people to hear their stories, their challenges, and how I can help them. And they can order the book on my website. And I also have an audio book. The book is also available on a 3 CD. It's an option for people who definitely don't have the time to sit down. So definitely with a CD, if you're on the road, you have a long commute, you just pop it in and you can listen to that. So the entire book is also available on a 3 CD, also on my website. You can purchase that as well. And I have a free gift also on my website. There's a button there that says free e-chapter download. You'll be able to download the first principle, that is action, for free on my website, www.emelia.co. I felt that everything starts with us taking action, because the distance between our dreams and reality is called action. So I felt like, let me just bless and give people the first principle for them to read, to get them started, to take action on their dreams and their goals. So that could be downloaded for free on my website, www.emelia.co. And definitely thank you, Jerry, for this opportunity. You are wonderful. I love the title of your Positive Power Radio. We need more of those in today's world. So thank you for the great job that you are doing. You're full of energy. You get me so excited. And thank you for having me tonight. And thank you also to your listeners for taking time out of their busy schedule. And thank you. So I love to stay connected. Definitely, people should check out my website, www.emelia, E-M-E-L-I-A, and we can stay connected on Facebook and Twitter and social media.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And they definitely going to have that spelling correct, because we're going to have your names spelled correctly on the replay. So you'll be all over Facebook by all through the rest of this week. So don't worry about them getting your name spelled wrong. We're going to make sure they got your correct spelling so they can hit up your website and see the beautiful Emelia Adjei. That's right. She's out there. Now, I wanted to say this before we close out, because we do have another show coming up, and I just saw Miss Lane Cobb join us, and I would like to say hello to her. But can people find you on YouTube, Amelia? Because you have so much calmness. Because I had a really good time talking to you, and I think people need to feel that. So you are on YouTube?
Yes, I have few videos on YouTube. If you search under my name, Emelia, E-M-E-L-I-A, then my last name, A-D-J-E-I. I'm sure you have the full spelling, so that would help the listeners. So they can search with my name on YouTube. I have few videos on YouTube as well. So they should subscribe, and I'll be uploading more videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I think they would really like that, because you're a life coach. I think being visible is probably really important in your line of work. Is that correct? Being visible?
Pardon me?
I said being visible is really important in your line of work, being a life coach.
Definitely. Because people have to put a face to the voice, a face to the author, and they have to have a feel of who you are. So definitely it's very, very important, yeah.
All right, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live with Emelia. She was a fantastic guest. I was so happy to have her, and we're definitely going to have her back so we do some fun things with you guys, and she'll be able to share a little bit more of it. So don't forget, she's on YouTube. Her website, you can get her website right from the player. And, hey, I can't say no more, but thank you. Thank you a million.
Thank you.
All right. This is Jerry Royce Live. We're over and out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you for tuning in to the Positive Power 21 Network. Amelia. Team 21 would like to thank you all for tuning in, and please spread the word and tell a friend. This is Jerry Royce at Positive Power 21, where we get positive on.
Positive Power 21.org, Internet Radio.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. That's a wrap. Bye-bye.